Okay, so welcome back, and now continue with we were talking about the lecture 8, and we were talking about open access publishing, and then continue with the open access publishing. Here you can see online resource to check publisher copyright and self-archiving policy. How do we know that which journal is giving you permission for self-archiving? Which journal say no, you don't have any copy, you cannot use it because it has got copyright. So for that we have one website called Sherpa Romeo. I show you that website. So how to know about journal policy about open access, whether that journal is open access or not? So as I said, it's a Sherpa Romeo, and this is giving you self-archiving policy of a particular journal. So Sherpa Romeo is an online resource that aggregate and analyze publisher open access policy. So it will tell you that which journal has adopted open access policy from around the world, the whole world. It's not in India only, and provides summary of publishers, their copyright, and open access archiving policy of a journal by a journal basis. So you want to know that whether they will permit you or not self archiving, whether they will permit you for copyright or not, whether it would be open access journal. What you need to do, you need to put name of that journal in Sherpa Romeo website. This is Sherpa Romeo website, you can see. When you open a Sherpa Romeo website, what you need to do, you need to register yourself. Once you register, this page will come. Here you need to write what journal title or ISSN number of that journal or publisher name. When you write here, when you search, it will give you information, and it will give you information that green means it can archive preprint and postprint. So whatever article you have, you can keep a copy of that in your university or college website. Then blue can archive post print, that would be after that has been published, the final draft copy you can keep in your archive. Yellow can archive preprint, so whatever copy you have sent, preprint copy, you can keep upload on your website. And the final is white is not visible maybe. So archive not formally supported, so they will not support to have one copy in your library or in your university website. So this is very important website. It will really help you to find out which journal is supporting open access, which journal is supporting self archive, right? Very important. So it may come in your exam. How you will find out which journal is open access, which journal is providing you permission for self archiving. So you will say that Sherpa Romeo is a website. This website permits us, and through give your journal name or ISSN number, they will tell you that okay, this journal is like this. Here you can see these many journals: 100, 109, 1109 in US, 673 in United Kingdom. So this is number of journals in each country. In India, 154 publishers are there on Sherpa Romeo. This is last year information, but now maybe it would be more. And here you can see the growth. Now it is growing like anything. So in May 2021, it was approximately 4,840 journals which are having open access policy, right? Now it will be more. So before we move further, let me see what is your response. So now we continue with after a website called Sherpa Romeo, which tell us how to check the open access restrictions or permission. Now we talk about what is scholarly communication. Scholarly communication means when you are about to send your paper for publication, what kind of rights you have, what would be your liability, and how you supposed to communicate with the publisher, right? So it's very important, listen carefully, see carefully, because you all would be writing paper, and finally after completion of your paper or article or research paper, research article, you will send your paper for publication. So whatever process is there, it's called scholarly communication. So here scholarly communication is phrase that is commonly used to describe the process of scholarly publishing, since that is the primary method of for disseminating the result of scholarly research. So when you send your paper for publication, it means you are disclosing or disseminating your outcome, your output, your result. However, it encompasses the entire cycle of scholarship: conducting research, managing data, making decision about publishing options, and copyright. An understanding of scholarly communication assume familiarity with. So here you can see first what kind of rights you have as an author. Do you have any right? Let us see. New model of publishing. What is the new channel or new places of publishing? Is it open access? Are you aware of open access? Now you are aware of, because you understand golden method. And then do you understand institutional depository, like as we mentioned IIM Ahmedabad, they have online platform where whatever paper they send, their teacher, their scholar send, one copy they can keep in their library website. So that is institutional depository. Right, and access to federally funded research. What kind of access you have to get funding from UGC, ICSSR, or maybe your university can help you in terms of money. Like Delhi University, many times they give you money to do some kind of research, or maybe ICSSR gave you some money to collect data, or suppose you have written a PhD, they publish your PhD also, ICSSR, right? So nowadays ICSSR is giving you money for minor major project. Similarly, they are giving you for project work also, research project. And here how you will preserve your intellectual assets, that also you need to take care of. What about copyright, data management? So this is all, what this is the communication you will make once you start your writing paper till it get published in a what you call a particular journal. So here you can see this whole journal, right? First we start with, you get some money, it's a public fund, tax money you get, right? And then what is your responsibility? Creation. You will create something, research get proposed, funded, and reported on, right? So your responsibility is, you will send your proposal for funding, that you have some idea, you want this money which comes from taxpayer. Then what happens? Evaluation. Whatever proposal you sent for research, whatever amount you need. For example, in last 2 3 days I was writing 2 or 3 proposal. One was that we want to do some research on pottery, on ceramic pottery in Khurja, and we want to preserve the traditional art, right? So we have sent that proposal. Now they will evaluate it. They're gonna evaluate it, right? And then they will decide that okay, this much money we are going to give you. Then publication. So this work we do first to start a research. We send our paper for funding. We receive some funding after evaluation, peer review. We present. We go to ICSSR and we present, and they give us some money. Then whatever you have done, it's time to send for publication. A publisher provide editing, layout, and publication service, preprint server, depository, website, so many things. So publication, this is another thing, that you will send your paper, you will check their website, and you will take permission to publish that paper in your library, or maybe you want some paper copy with you. Then, so here you see at each and every stage money is involved, right? Then distribution, dissemination on access. So whatever this publication they have published, what about online print of that? Can you access it? How you can use it? Here you can see description, dissemination, and access. How many people can access your article? How many people can see your article, right? And suppose something which is very unique, you develop, you design, then in that case you would not like to share with anyone, because you want to patent it, you want to keep reserve, right? Reserve. So that would be a preservation. Copies of the work may be saved for long term, right? So there may be some cases, maybe in terms of innovation, invention, some patent work you don't want to share with anyone. Then after some time you give permission to reuse it, maybe the same work published, or the same work which you have preserved. After some time you will give permission to reuse it, work, data, cited, replicate, and recombined. So this is a whole process. You can see money involved here, here also. At each and every place, money is involved. So the scholarly publication cycle. So this is the whole cycle of from publication, getting money, keeping as a patent, dissemination, access information. Then you give permission to someone to use it or reuse it. So this is not an easy thing. This is not an easy thing. You need to take care of this, because uh, at every level you will see money is getting involved. Here also, this is, I'm not going to talk about much about this. Here, problem in publication process. So first is copyright, payment, charges by publisher. This I hope you understand, because we have been discussing about it. So what happens? Government release some money, research grant, scientific research. What they do, they write some paper, article they submit to journal, they publish. Who publish? Publisher. But they say we have copyright, we will not give it to anyone free of cost. So here they have a depository. If you want, library want, they will subscribe it. Will it be free? No, it would not be free. They're supposed to pay. So what happens here? Government give you money, it's a public money. Here also, this side, when library paid to this publisher, this is also a public money. So what happens? The process is slow. Public grant little or no use of right beyond access to read articles. So the whole process is like turtle. Here the turtle moves slowly. So this is somewhere a problem, that how funding cycle and research articles, they move, but they are moving slowly, because at this government funding or the people fund, it moves slowly because everything is in the control of publisher. So these are the problem. These are the copyright, payment or charges problem by the publisher. Here you can see. So what we need to do with this new method, we need to remove this C. How we can remove this C? Second, remove this, that publisher, they keep all rights with them. It should be in open access, right? I hope now you understand what we are talking about. Now, let us see one very important thing. Here you can see, let me put my picture here. A journal, they published this report. This is the title. Here you can see. If Harvard cannot afford academic journal subscription, maybe it's a time for an open access model. You remember I was talking about Harvard. In an interview, they mentioned that they cannot afford academic journals because subscription rate is very high. They pay billions of dollars to subscribe journal. So maybe it's a time for open access model. Now we should go for open access. So here you can see Harvard's Faculty Advisor Council revealed that the Harvard School now spent $3.7 million annually on academic journal subscriptions. See how much money they pay. Why so much? According to a memo the council sent out, some journal cost the school up to $40,000 every year, with the two top publisher increasing the price of content 145% over the last 6 years. So why? I mean, this is a public money. Why we should pay to publisher? They charge for publication and they charge for reading your article. So I mean, they make huge money, and both the time when you pay for publication and when you pay for reading that article, whose money is this? It's a public money, it's a government money. So this is troubling for a number of reasons. First, in an age where the public can browse nearly 4 million articles for free on Wikipedia, a curious person looking to read up the latest scientific research can expect to spend nearly $30 to $40 for a single paper from publishers such as Elsevier and Springer. So when Harvard they had this concern, why not in India? We should take care of this and move from hard subscription of journals to open access journals. One more example, UC system just dropped University of California. UC means University of California. Now you can see University of California, they also shown similar kind of concern, and they say they dropped subscription of journal which cost them $10 million a year. So see, when the big organization they are showing this kind of behavior, so that means we also should be concerned about it. Here you see Nature in 2020. In India, they say the policy should be one nation, one subscription. What does it mean? They estimate, suggest that research institution in India spend at least 15 billion rupees. Oh my God. Approximately $200 million US dollar on subscription to pay scholarly literature each year. Now you see big amount we are. This is our tax money. This is public money we are spending on subscription. So now here you see India pushes bold one nation one subscription general access plan. So now researcher will also recommend an open access policy that promotes research being shared in online repository. Now what would be the benefits? According to Belk Library and Information Common, increases readers' ability to find and use relevant literature. When it would be open access, everybody will be able to read. If I want to read some literature, I will be able to read. Increase the visibility, readership, and impact of the author's work. Create new avenues of discovery in the digital environment. Enhances interdisciplinary research. Accelerate the pace of research, discovery, and innovation. So these are the few benefits you can see. So like we have a benefit for researcher, we have benefit for the public. For public, provide access to previously unavailable material relating to health, energy, environment, and other areas of broad interest. Create better educated populace. Encourage support of scientific enterprise and engagement in citizen science. So ultimately, it actually help more and more people. They should learn, they should be educated, and it will encourage scientific research, scientific enterprise, and it will help in research on education, health, energy, and environment. So this would be a benefit for public. Now education, suppose what would be benefit of open access to your university, your college, your institution? It will contribute to core mission of advancing knowledge. What is the mission of university or colleges? Advancing knowledge. So this open access will help them. Then democratize access across all institution. in terms of size of budget. So each and every university with less budget also, they will be able to access good journals. And third, provide previously unattainable access for educational institute at primary, secondary and tertiary level. At all level, right? Whether you are in school or colleges or universities, all will be able to access the information if you have open access. And it will really create a such kind of environment where we'll have a competition among teachers, whether they are from schools, colleges or university, and it will help to promote quality education among students and will ensure students need to know rather what they know, what they can afford. So it would be an opportunity for poor student, because poor student cannot afford to subscribe good reading material, good books. If they have internet, if they come to school have internet connection and what you call mobile phone or laptop or desktop, then they will be able to access to good material, good information, and finally it will contribute to better educated workforce. And then finally, benefit of open access to your scholarly. Why open access? So according to Australian open access support, here you can see more and more exposure for your work. What you want, what is your object when you send paper for publication? More and more and more people should read your paper, can apply your paper on the basis of your paper. You want maximum citation, right? You want that your paper should have influence on government policy. You want that every public can access your paper, right? So this is all benefits to your scholarly, right? Your research can be seen across the whole world, not only in our country. And here you can see society, again more and more benefit to the exposure, practice on behalf of your research, lot citation. So this is again to the benefit to the society. And so here we have one assignment. Please note down everybody. I will put it on Google Classroom also. So this is one fifth assignment. Do you know about open access search engines? Right? So we'll talk about that. So open access search engine, New York Institute of Technology. So this would be assignment, and here the answer you can see. New York Institute of Technology, they have this engine. So open access resource are digital literature made available online free of charge. Now do you understand open access? Explore scholarly work and research published under the open access model through our suggested. So these are first BASE, first search engine. Second is core. Third is Oyster. Fourth is OATD. Fifth is Open Access General Search Engine. And then OpenEye. And then Open Science Directory Search. And then OpenAIRE. Open DOAR. So these are all possible journals we have, right? These all are open access journals. So these are the open access search engine, like we have Google search engine. These are search engine which help us to find out whether these are open access, right? These are open access search engine basically. First is Base. Base is one of the world's most voluminous search engine, especially for academic web sources. Base provides more than 240 million documents from more than 800 content providers. You can access the full text of about 60% of the index documents for free open access. Base is operated by Bielefeld University Library. Then Core. Core harvests research paper from such as institutional and subject repositories and open access and hybrid journal. Core currently contain these many, I don't understand whether it's a crore or how much. Open access article collected from 10,291 data provider around the world. Then we have OATD. OATD.org aims to be the best possible resource for finding open access graduate these thesis and dissertation published around the world. You can see IIM Ahmedabad website also. They publish, you can access their PhD thesis, So if you are interested how to write your PhD, you can read this PhD thesis from IMM, the website, right? So this is OATD. Then we have Shodh Ganga in Philippines Center, 3 lakh thesis on April 2021. So you can visit Shodh Ganga also. It's a Indian reservoir, Indian thesis repository, right? So this is information, more information on video and text what we discussed today. And so thank you very much for today. I know it's a long day today, and we had a good discussion. And in next session we'll talk about open access publishing part 2, right?